Hey guys. Hey. How's everybody doing today? All right, so today it is just me. Um, Keem is actually gonna be in class, so it is your girl Kyra today. All right. So if you are on here, please go ahead at this time. Make sure you share, and tag. Somebody else out there might need this information just as much as you do. So please do not be no hater in these streets. Hey, Shonda. Hey. We is tonight. We are going to be on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on LinkedIn, and we are on our YouTube channel. So there's no reason nobody can get this sauce tonight. Like I said, it's just me tonight. Keem is actually in class. So yeah, we keep getting our education as well. So we can definitely bring back up to date information to y'all because laws are always changing. And then we also like to always add other things in there and others gems in there so that we can give y'all. So, like I said at the beginning, please, if you haven't already, tag somebody that needs this, share this with somebody. We're gonna go in there. I hope y'all got y'all pen and paper ready. All that because I'm going in. We might not finish all five things as far as what it takes to get great credit because I want to go in depth. I want to make sure that everybody out here is getting this sauce so they can get out here and start winning in these streets. After tonight, or once we complete, there's no reason why we not out here winning. And I'm going to do the same thing on my side. Make sure I share. Can't be telling y'all to share and I don't share. All right. And like I said, if you haven't already, before we get started, we'll give it about one more minute before we get started. But please make sure that you tag somebody that might need this information or that you share this with somebody. Guys, don't keep this information to yourself. Do not be no hater in these streets. This is for everybody. I want to see everybody out here doing well. And what we come to learn and realize is that, hey, credit is a big part of it to get ahead. So I'm going to share real quick. Like I always do. And we are going to get started. So just one moment. Hey, everybody. Hey. All right. I see Instagram. Y'all popping over there. Facebook got to get in check. See our YouTube. All right. They popping over there as well. LinkedIn, I never know if we popping. But I'm going to say, I guess we are. All right. So if y'all are ready to get started, let me know. Are y'all ready? Please, if you haven't already and you just tuning in, make sure you tag somebody that might need this information. I do not want to leave anybody out. I want to make sure everybody who wants this information, that needs this information, has this information so they can get to winning. Hey, Miss Felicia. All right. With no further ado, I will get started. I am your girl, Kyra. I am one part, one half of Credit Cleanse. Like I said before, the other half, Keem, your bro Keem, is actually in class. So it is just me tonight. What? Hasn't been like that in a minute. But anyways, if you don't know about Credit Cleanse, we definitely made this company what it is today. We established and started this company because of our own experiences of trying to fix our credit so we could better our families' lives. When we saw what it did for us, we made sure that we had to get this information out to everybody that we know so that they can get to win it in these streets as well. We have won plethora of awards. We are the best in Central Texas. This is our second year being the best in Central Texas, and we've only been Credit Cleanse been established since 2019. So what? We are the top business. We also have our book on Amazon called Stop Paying Their Mortgage and Start Paying Your Own. So if home ownership is your goal, guys, go and check this book out. Like I said, it not only is going to teach you how to cleanse that credit, it's also going to go down through there, let you know about debt to income ratio, also how to put everything together, make sure you have all your paperwork, what you want in a home and what you need in a home. Um, Tell you about the programs out there that you may not know that are available to you to help you with down payment assistance as well as closing costs. So if home ownership is a goal, guys, go and check this book out. All right. So with further ado, if y'all are ready to get started and my audio is good, go ahead and put a 1 in the chats. Let me know that y'all are ready. 1. All right. I see my Instagram people. Y'all are ready. All right. What about Facebook? Are y'all ready? Put those ones in the comments. One thing about it is I love for y'all to be actively engaged. The more active you are, the more sauce, the more gems that I'm going to be giving y'all. If there's no engagement whatsoever, you know what I do? I shut this bad boy off because at the end of the day, I'm out here winning in these streets. But it wouldn't be right if I didn't bring this sauce back to y'all so that y'all could be winning in these streets as well. Hey, let's change the story. All right. I see the ones coming in. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. All right. So the first things first. All right. So tonight we are talking about the 5 things that you need to have in place to make sure that you have great credit. Guys, it's really that simple. It really is. We make it harder than what it is because we're not taught this. I know a lot of y'all's like, well, we if this was in school, we would be doing great. Okay, well, it ain't in school. So it's up to us to make sure that we learn this and break the cycle and start teaching our kids and loved ones so that they can pass this on. All right. So with no further ado, how many people today are using Credit Karma? How many of y'all? It's okay. It's okay if you are, but just let me know. Put me, I'm using Credit Karma. Let me know. Who out here be using Credit Karma? Me. I use Credit Karma. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody else? Just me? Okay. I see some transparency going on. Thank you. Thank you. DT Smith said, not me. All right. Sensational hair designs, me. All right. I love that y'all are being transparent. Thank you. All right. So I use it too. But have you ever looked at those scores and went and tried to get a car, start the home buying process, whatever it is? You got your credit pool, and guess what? They was like, your score is really this. And you're like, hold on. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. Credit Karma is using Vantage score models. And I'm sorry, guys, that I'm looking back and forth, but I'm on Instagram and Facebook world. But Credit Karma uses Vantage. Vantage is a whole nother scoring model. 90% of lenders today, guess what they're using? FICO score model. So I want y'all to start using Credit Karma and look at it for data purposes only. Not for your score, just for your data, okay? And another thing is Credit Karma is only showing you TransUnion and Equifax. Guys, you got three main bureaus. You got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. It doesn't show all three of those, okay? So like I said, use it for the data only, not for score purposes, because it's a completely different scoring model. All right. So let's break down with FICO, since that's what we're going to be talking about today. And there are like over 60 different FICO scores, but I just want to narrow it down. We're going to be talking about FICO 8, which is like the main one that is used out of all of them. All right. So when you are using FICO, once you generate a score, the lowest score that you can have is a 300. A 300, that's the lowest you can have. The highest you can have is the 850, right? So that leaves 550 points right there that you have available to you to produce, get up to the 850, all right? And that's what I want to teach y'all and help y'all with knowing is, okay, how do I build my credit? So now you can take this, apply it to your kids. You can take this, apply it to your profile. But I need to see y'all out here winning. I'm tired of everybody out here on the struggle bus with bad credit. We finna end that today. All right. So the first category, payment history. Payment history is 35% of your overall score. That is 192.5 points. Now, growing up, I don't know about you, but I used to hear all the time, as long as you paying your bills on time, you're going to have great credit. All right. Well, this is how it's debunked right there. It's 192.5. Remember, you are starting with 300. If you add 192.5, guys, you're not even in the 500. But this is still really, really, really important. You have to be paying your bills on time. So with that being said, how many of us out here, let's say, what do you normally do when you can't pay something by the due date? What do y'all normally do? Y'all let me know. I need some transparency here. I know what I used to do, and I'm going to tell y'all, but I need a little bit of transparency. What happens when you're not able to pay something on time? Used to, they be like, psych, late pay. Pay it when I can. I like that. Thank you, Miss Anita. Yes, that's exactly what I used to do as well. If I couldn't pay it right then and there, should I pay it when I get to it? Like when I got it, don't be calling my phone because I ain't got it. But when I got it, I'll go ahead and pay it. All right. That's what a lot of us do out here. So I love your transparency. Thank you. Well, guys, I want to keep y'all from getting late payments. So if you have a car note, if you have a mortgage, if you have credit cards, guys, these people want your business. They don't want you to be late. All right. You're not considered late to the bureaus until the 31st day. Then you are 30 days late, right? So you had 30 days before they reported that late payment. Why we didn't get it done? Life happens, right? Well, when you know that you cannot pay something on time, call them, people. Call them. Guys, I swear, they do not want to lose your business. Call them, people, and let them know what's going on. And they will most likely either put it in deferment, meaning for 1 month or 2 months, depending on the lender or the creditor. But that will make it where you are still in great standing. You are not going to get a late payment. You are not going to get like any late fees. You are not going to get the late payment reported to the bureau. So now if you were in the 700s, you back down to the 5s really quick. Call them, people, and just explain to them what's going on. And if they don't put it in deferment, they'll also, some of them will just move that payment and they'll put it to the end. Okay. So instead of giving you time to just pay, they'll put it to the end, or they will set up some type of payment arrangement with you so that you still don't incur those that late being reported to the bureaus. Now, I don't know about you, but I wish I had known that before. But it's like you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't ask, you ain't gonna know. So get an extension. Call, let them know. They'll put, like I said, put it on hold for a month or 2 or 3, depending on the company you are with, or they'll move it to the end. But all that'll be done so that you don't get any type of late reported to the bureaus. One late payment can drop your score 120 points. The more points it's going to drop is the better your credit is. So if you in the 800s, real quick, you just went to the 600s, are barely tipping, might be close to getting back into the 700, but one late payment. I don't want to see none of y'all with that. Yes. And I have done this myself, and I thank you, Celestine's Place. Please, I know I probably butchered it. Let me know. But she said, please listen to her. I failed to do this not knowing my score has dropped 150 points. Yes, I'm being serious. One late payment. Because remember, guys, payment history is the biggest thing when it comes to your credit. 192.5 points. Now, if you are already in the 400s, well, one more late payment, you ain't gonna see it drop as drastically as if you were in the 700s and 800s. But I'm telling you this from experience and what I see all the time. All right, so let's avoid that. Let's get it done. I understand life happens, but communication is everything. Call them people. All right, so we are moving on. Everybody still with me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know. Put a 2. Put a 2 in the chats. Let me know I'm still with you. I got it. Let's go. Let's continue. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. And I know y'all be thinking like, oh, I'll just call Credit Cleanse and they'll get that off of there. Guys, the more recent a late payment is, the harder it is to get off of your credit report, just due to the fact their documentation is right there. They don't hold on to old information, but if it's recent, it's going to take some time. It ain't a quick fix. If y'all have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will make sure that I get to it. I don't want to leave anybody out. Like I said, this is for y'all. I need to see all of us leveling up. All right. That next category is utilization. Utilization is 30% of your overall score. Guys, that's 165 points. Now, if you add this, let's say your payment history is awesome, and then that's the 192.5. Now you're adding in this 165, guys, you still don't have great credit. You still in the 600s. But this is another big one, 30%. So the first people I want to talk to are those of you that don't have a credit card at all. Get a credit card. Like, seriously, get a credit card. I know there's a lot of stigmas and a lot of sayings out there. Don't get no credit card. Don't run it up. Or you had a bad experience before. Guys, it takes credit to build credit. So if you want great credit, you got to show them people that you can handle this. So go get a credit card. Cash is not solving everything anymore. We have millionaires that had to come through Credit Cleanse because their credit was trash. They had the money, but their credit was trash. And yes, I'm saying trash because I've been there. Guys, I've been in the 490s before. That's just how I talk. If you don't like it, you know what to do. Exit. But I'm letting y'all know, like, cash is not everything, whether it's on business side or the personal side. It's just not getting you as far as it used to. So, like I said, utilization is definitely 30% of your overall credit score, 165 points. If you don't have a credit card, please get a credit card. And I'm gonna tell y'all how to use your credit cards. But first, I want to talk about these no cards. So some of you have the cards that I consider no cards. These are your Open Skies. These are your Open Skies. Ooh, Credit One, First Premier, Horizon, Chime. Y'all have that. Like, y'all have that as reporting on there. All of those are my no cards. Every one of those except for the Chime one, they're called subprime cards, meaning that you have monthly fees as well as annual fees. And this is why people be like, oh, credit cards is bad, I'd rather just use my cash. And this is because with those type of cards, whether you're using it or not, you're getting charged a fee every month. You should not, when you have the right type of credit cards, you should not have no monthly fee. What the heck is going on? On top of that, those cards have annual fees. The only time you should have a credit card with an annual fee is if you got those bad boy cards. I don't even have my wallet in here today, but my bad boy cards are like Chase Sapphire Reserve, your American Express Platinum or Gold, the metal cards. But the reason they have annual fees is because the benefits behind them. So just starting off, this is why I say no to when it comes to Credit One, when it comes to First Premier, when it comes to Open Sky. Everybody be promoting. These are the cards, they usually send you an invitation in the mail to say, hey, you can get this card. Guess what? They're targeting you because you have bad credit. So they already know that, oh, this little $200 or $300 card, they're going to want this. This is going to help them since you are already, in their eyes, living paycheck to paycheck. So no, we don't want these type of cards. If you have them, guys, don't just go close them out. There's a method to that. But I'm just saying, you want to actually go for Capital One. If you're first starting off, do like Capital One Platinum Secured. And a secured card is a card that you have to put a little bit of money down in order to get that credit, okay? And then once they see that you are responsible and you're able to make your payments on time, that card, like your Capital One Platinum Secured, your Discover It Secured, what else? If you have Navy Federal, I really love their secured card as well. All the ones that I'm naming, after you make on-time payments for 6 months to a year, they will change that over to an unsecured card, meaning that they're going to increase whatever the credit limit is on there. They're going to increase that. They're going to credit you back the money that you used to start that card. And then you have the rewards back in it. So just for doing something like paying your bills and stuff like that, guess what? You're making money on the back end. Those are the type of credit cards that we want at the end of the day. So with that being said, let me teach y'all how the credit game goes, okay? So let's say we have a credit, not a Credit One. We don't have that no more. Let's say that we have a Capital One. Let's say that we have Discover, Chase, Bank of America, all those type of cards, okay? When you go and pay a bill with it, you are still getting reward points. You are still getting cash back rewards, right? So doing something you had to do anyway, that's paying a bill with it. Turn it back around, use the cash that you've already had, because that's normally how you pay your bills, right? So you're going to take that cash and pay that credit card off. But guess what? Just for doing something you had to do anyway, you got points. You got cash back rewards depending on the type of card. So now paying bills, you're making money. Is that not a win? Is that not a win? So once you understand that and know how to do that, that's when you can add in the extra. But starting off or rebuilding, guys, simply pay your bills. Pay your bills with it and get rewarded on the back end. Those reward points for those type of cards that I'm talking about add up really quick. And guess what? Now that's that free vacation. If you're wondering how I go on vacation, if you're wondering how I take trips, and if you don't know already, I have buku amount of kids. But that stuff be covered for the free 99 because I have to do anyway. I have to pay my bills every month. You have to pay electric, you have to pay your phone bill, you have to pay your mortgage or your rent or whatever. All that is with my credit card. The only time that that debit card comes out is when I'm paying that credit card off. That's the only time. So now I'm getting those points. I'm getting those cashback rewards. I'm using that to book trips because if you have point system, usually those points are worth way more than the cashback rewards. So the points can add up really quick. And now that's a free hotel. That's a free flight. And if you have the right type of credit card anyway, when you go to the airports, guess what, guys? You go to a secret lounge. These are my bad boy cards that I'm talking about. I go to a secret lounge and I'm in first class and I never paid a dime. That's what I want to see all of us out here doing. But first, we have to understand and learn how credit works. All right. Now, with them no cards, you're not doing that. I don't care how many times you swipe. You're not getting those type of rewards, period. And let me also give y'all an example too. So when it comes to those credit cards, let me use this as you've been out, right? You out with your homegirls or you out with your homeboys, and guess what? You see your ex, right? And you see your ex with this disgusting, busted up looking chick or guy, and you like, oh, he really downgraded or she done downgraded. Like, what they got going on? You knew where you was, you up here. Well, that is exactly how Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, Discover is looking at you when they see that you have Credit One on your profile. Period. And I'm not putting any shame to it, but I don't see any card that should be charging a person a monthly fee when you have a $200, $300, $500 credit limit. If you're getting an annual fee, that annual fee should be for a card that you got $15,000, $20,000, $40,000, $60,000 on. Not for a 3 or 4 little digit number, type of credit limit. No. And I do see a question here. Please, like I said, if you have questions, definitely ask away. One was, how about Capital One? No, Capital One is a great card to have. They stingy though with their credit limit increases, but they're a good card to have. So you're good. I have another question here, and I will go on. When you use cash to pay the credit card, what you use to pay the bill, should that payment be made immediately or should you wait? Depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to fool the system so that they can give you a credit limit increase quicker, then you want to pay it right away and then start using the card again and pay it right away. If you're just starting off, wait till it starts reporting, like because everybody has like the app on their phone now for all the credit cards and stuff like that. So when you see that it reported, go ahead and make that payment then. You don't want to wait too long because especially if you're rebuilding stage, some people, if you're like me with like a whole lot of credit cards and stuff like that, if I don't pay it, then I'll forget about it. And then I'll be like, what is this extra money sitting here? Or Why I got this extra money on this debit card? So yeah, once you know it's reporting, go ahead and pay that bad boy off. Hey, Simone. Hey, Miss Tisha. Hey, Miss Anita. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please make sure you share, or tag somebody that might need this information. Like I said, I'm giving y'all the sauce. I hope y'all are writing this down. Again, back to the 30%. So that was for my people that don't have a credit card at all. Get you a Capital One Platinum Secured. If you already messed up a relationship with Capital One, go for Discover It Secured. If you messed up a relationship there, go to your local bank or your credit union and find out if they have a secured card and you want to get that secured card. You already have a relationship with those banks, so that is where you want to be anyway, so that they'll always offer you product and services there. All right. And if you have messed up a relationship everywhere, guys, put this down. Cred, that's CRED as in David, .ai. Cred.ai. Can somebody put that in the comments for everybody? This is one that reports a $1,500 credit limit, and you don't have to do anything, and it reports monthly. So if you are just starting to build, or maybe you have a child, get them this card. It automatically already shows 1,500 on there. So now as you start building even more, once your credit goes up, guess what? They'll already see that you can handle $1,500, and they'll give you more than 1,500 off top. So instead of you starting 200, 500, they'll already see that. So now you kind of jumped up already. They don't see that this is a secured card. It doesn't even report like it's a secured card. It just reports a regular credit card. All you have to do is link up your bank to it, but you don't ever have to use this card at all. So once you get this card, you can put that in like your drawer or something and just be like, okay. And it reports monthly. Cred AI. Cred.ai. Check them out. Cred. Thank you, Miss Shonda. Yes. Cred.ai. And thank you, Simone. Yes, go check that card out, guys. That's a good one. So if you know, then also for our maxed out credit card people, if your card is maxed out, I need you to figure out a plan how to bring those cards back down. With utilization being 30% of your overall score, anything more than 30% reporting when it comes to your overall credit limit, it tanks your score. So even if you had great credit, right? You don't have no collections, you don't have no late payments, you don't have any of that going on. Your score will tank really, really fast the more you're above the 30%. So you need to bring it down. And if you want all 165 points in the utilization category, you want to bring it to 6%. And this ain't something that I'm just telling y'all. This is something that I have learned from the head person of FICO. One-on-one call. Really. So yes, if you want all 165 points, bring that bad boy to 6%. And 6% is your overall credit limit. That's all your credit cards added together. Whatever the 6% of that is. Miss Felicia asks, what if some of your credit cards are paid off, but some are over 30%? Good. Do the score. So you honestly, you never want a credit card to have a 0%. If it's just for a month, that's fine. but everything needs to report at least 1%. And the reason I'm saying this is when it comes to all of yours right now, I am seeing the creditors really quickly will deactivate that card and you will lose it altogether. So after 3 months of non-activity, 6 months of non-activity, they close that card. Guys, that's the worst thing that can happen. Your score will drop drastically. We just had somebody have 4 of their cards that they didn't use closed out because they weren't using it. And guess what? They went from 805, 800 scores to now they're barely tipping in the 600s because it changed their utilization. It closed out. That deals with your credit age. So it's a lot going at. All right. So now that I got all of that out of the way, if y'all are still with me, please put a 3. Put a 3 in the chats. Let me know y'all still with me. And let me answer some questions here while y'all putting the 3. How long does it take to rebuild credit after bankruptcy? It depends on when you want to start. It'll be a 6 month period before they put everything back onto your credit report that was closed out for the bankruptcy. So when that happens, start building right then and there. So as soon as that bankruptcy is discharged, you want to start building right then and there. How can you close? You never want to close a credit card, especially if you've had a card for a long period of time, more than 2 years. Do not close that card. It will, you will go, if you're in the 700s, you will go straight to like the 500s, if not the 400s, depending on how long you've had that card. Like I said, even if you have those no cards, thank y'all for the 3s. Even if you have those no cards, it's a method to that. If you want to know exactly what you need to do, guys, schedule just a free credit review with us. And it's just so we can say, hey, how long have you had this credit card? And we can go from there. But you want to do it strategically. You want to replace that credit one, like let's say you got credit one, you want to replace it with a Capital One before you get that off of there, or a Discover. You want to replace it with a good card before you get rid of that card. All right. And it's okay if you had credit one. I get it. We don't know until we know. But I'm just telling you now, hey, don't be busted and disgusted. Don't be that person. All right. So before I finish out, I want to say utilization is everything. Like I said, you want to make sure that you stay up under the 30% because anything more than 30% will tank your score. If you don't have a credit card, go get you a credit card. If you don't want a credit card, at least get cred.ai and put that bad boy in the drawer. But you need something. Also, when it's time to go for the home buying process, they want to see that you're able to utilize credit cards correctly. So, hey, get it. You got to have it. Get it. All right. And y'all have already done those 3s. Like I said, if you have any questions, please make sure put those questions in. I will answer them as I go. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure you are sharing this with somebody, tagging somebody that needs this information. Like I said, I'm tired of us not knowing. So I'm giving y'all everything so that y'all can get out here and start to win. I want to see y'all winning. This is 2022. It's enough putting everything on the back burner. It is time to put action behind your words. You said you want to become a homeowner. Let's make it happen. You said that you're tired of paying $600 for a 07 Chevy. Let's make it happen. Hey, you said you just need this great credit so that you can leverage your business side, so that you can go out here and get these SBA loans. Hey, let's make it happen. You may not be able to afford it, but you can start today, like as far as when it comes to credit restoration, but you can start this process on your own. It's all about, do you want it? Do you really want it? All right. That brings us to our next category, and that is credit age. Credit age. And I think I'm going to stop here after the credit age, just due to the fact I know with Instagram is going to time out. So I want to make sure everybody can get this. So we'll come back to it. If you are on Instagram, definitely move over to Facebook once it times out. Credit Cleanse, credit with a K, cleanse with a K. Check us out on Facebook. I'll still be live on here for Q&A session. But this is the last one that I'm going to touch tonight. Hey. All right. So when it comes to credit age is one thing that we cannot trick the system about. It is 82.5 points, 15% of your overall credit score. 82.5 points. Used to, you could stick a bunch of authorized user accounts. That's what they call trade lines, secondary trade lines. And you could just stick them on your report and then go and apply and get these high limit credit cards based off of somebody else's history and stuff, right? That is no longer the case anymore. So if you have somebody out here selling y'all trade lines, if your credit is not together, guys, they ain't did nothing for you. You just wasted some money. You just wasted some money, put these trade lines on your little account, and you ain't getting nowhere. One, they like to see that you have established some type of credit on your own. So when you look on your actual credit reports, it shows, is this your individual account or is this an authorized user account? Normally, when it comes to chasing them, they take out your authorized user accounts and they look at what you just have on your own. The only time I suggest using the authorized user accounts or being an authorized user is when you have a child. You are putting them on your credit card because you want to generate a score and then you want to build their own. That's when you need to be using it. But don't be out here, and I'm telling you, and I know some of y'all going to do it anyway, get out here and buy these trade lines and then wonder why you still can't get approved for anything. This is why. Because they have got privy to it and they are taking these bad boys out of your credit reports when they're looking at it and they just keying in on what you have established yourself. If you are one of those that are wanting to get a trade line just to strengthen your profile, find one with a lot of age. If you are getting an authorized user type of account, a secondary trade line, and it's just 2 years old, it's not helping you. You need to have some age on there. 10 years, 10 year plus. Five is okay. But I'm going to say if you can find something with 10 years, just to strengthen your profile, but you're not using it just to go and get everything out there because they're checking to see if it's yours or are you an authorized user to this account. But don't be out here getting these little trade lines for 2 years old, a year old. They just got it because it's not going to do anything for your profile. Credit age is just something that you cannot manipulate, really. For example, let's say that I have 2 credit cards and they're both 6 years old, all right? So what I would do is I would add that 6 plus 6. They're both 6 years old, right? Those are 2 cards, so I'm going to divide it by that. That's 12 divided by the number of cards I have. That's 2. So the average age of my profile would be 6 years old. Right? Now, let's say I added one more card and it's 1 year old. So now it would be 6 plus that 1, right? So that's 13. I now have 3 cards. So I'm going to divide it by 3. Now that's 4.3. So you see how adding just 1 card changed my whole entire credit age. So that's why I'm always saying, do not go out here and just apply for any and everything. You need to be strategic with it. because you're affecting your credit age. So if you know that you want to have high limits, why are you know what I'm saying? That's not the point that you just because you got an offer in the mail, I'm gonna go apply for this. Because usually the offers that come in the mail, besides American Express and Chase now, is usually like Credit One. Why are you gonna fill up your report with Credit One, Credit One, Credit One, Open Sky, First Premier, and then you're like, okay, now I want to go try Bank of America. Bank of America gonna be like, boo, you thirsty in these streets. You done already applied and got these other ones. You got to stick with this and come back to me at a later time. So be strategic when you are applying. All right. Any questions? Like I said, so we talked about tonight is payment history. Payment history is everything. Make sure you're paying your bills on the time. I just told y'all what y'all can do if you are not able to pay something on time. And when I'm talking about something on time, I'm not talking about your water bill. I'm talking about things that actually report to your credit report. Okay? Call them people, make an arrangement, or tell them that you need to put it in deferment so that they can place that at the end, but you want to do something so that you don't get a late pay because that can drop you over 100 points. One late payment. So we ain't trying to do that. The next thing I talked about was utilization. If you don't have a credit card, go get you one. If you just know, like, hey, right now I'm not going to be approved for anything because my credit is just right there, or I don't have any credit, and normally they don't want to mess with you if you don't have any credit. So start off with that cred.ai that I gave you. Go check them out. They're really good, and you can also get reward points and stuff like that with them. So I like that. If you also have still a good one, I always suggest going to your local bank or your local credit union and asking them about a secured card and starting with them. You already have a relationship established, and they'll be even more willing to give you even more products and services because you have a relationship with them already. And relationship is everything, guys. So that's your utilization. And the next thing we talked about was credit age. Credit age is something you cannot manipulate. And like I told y'all today, trade lines do not work how they used to work. So that's that. I will talk about the other two. I will save that. Or how many of y'all want me to save that? Or how many of y'all just want me to go ahead and get it in? If put a 4 if you want me to continue, put a 5 if you like, wait, we can hold that for next time. 4 if you want me to go ahead, 5 if you want me to continue. If you're on Instagram, it might time out. So you might have to get on YouTube, which is Credit Cleanse, or on Facebook, Credit Cleanse. 444, let me know. Y'all want me to keep going? Thank you, Miss Mia. All right, I'm seeing the 4s, so I'm definitely going to keep going. All right, and I'm going to answer your question, Miss Lisa. Does Capital One have a reward card? Yes, all their cards, all Capital One cards are reward cards, whether it's cashback rewards or points. So yes, even their Platinum Secured is a reward card. And before you actually, so for Capital One, for Capital One, if you've never had them or you just want to get a credit card with them, you can type in the Google search Capital One pre-approval and see what card you are pre-approved for. We had some of our members that did not have to start with the secured card. They actually got approved for unsecured card. But yes, all Capital One. Capital One to me is like, for those of you that are cool with the tiered type thing that y'all do that, Capital One is like bottom to me. You really want to be in the Chase family, Bank of America family, Navy Federal, NASA Credit Union, Digital Credit Union. You want to be with them type of people. They're going to give you the high limits. American Express, especially, you want to be with them. They're the ones going to give you that bang for your buck. I like Capital One starting off, but they just stingy. All right, so we are continuing. Like I said, if y'all have any questions or if it's time out on Instagram, please get over here on Facebook or get on YouTube. We on either one of those. But let's continue. All right, so next we're going to talk about is that credit mix. Credit mix is 10% of your overall score. That is 55 points. 55 points, guys. It may not seem like a lot, but that's the difference from having good credit and great credit. Great credit, excellent credit. So it's a game changer. So when it comes to your credit mix, you need to have a well-rounded credit profile. That means that you need to have revolving accounts. Revolving accounts are going to be your credit cards, your lines of credit, your charge accounts. Those all are going to be that in the revolving part. Installment, you want to have those type of accounts. Those are any type of loan that you have. Auto, mortgage, student loans, personal loans, that's going to be the installment, right? You need to have a well-balanced profile. That charge account is what's going to tip you over to the 800s. So if that's your goal, you want to make sure, and your charge account is going to be your American Express. But you want to have a well balance. I say if you are trying to go to the home buying process, you want to have 2 revolving and at least 1 type of loan. And it doesn't have to be open, guys. This is why I suggest self is not for everybody. Okay? Self is just not for everybody. Self is there if you've never had a loan or you never had a loan in good standing. But if you didn't had an auto loan before and it was in good standing when it closed out, or a personal loan before, you do not need to go and open up a self account. I get tired of that misinformation, or I get tired of people telling you this is what worked for me, so it's going to work for you. Credit is different for everybody. It is based upon your profile. Your starting point is not going to be the same starting point as somebody else's. So unless that person actually knows credit, they should not even be telling you what to do when it comes to rebuilding your profile. Just because it worked for them does not mean it's going to work for you. People out here, and this is even my people that have 700 to 800, want to tell other people what they need to do. And sometimes all they doing is hurting them more than they helping them. Remember, I told you credit age is everything. If you go and add a self account and you didn't need self, you just hurt your credit age for nothing. You just added a new account for nothing. If you already have student loans on your credit report and they're in good standing, meaning you've been in school this whole time, so those student loans are reported as if it's making a good payment every month while you're in school. That student loan is reporting good standing if you've been in deferment this whole time. You do not need the self account. All right. So credit mix, you got your revolving. You want to have at least two revolving for home buying and 1 loan before. It does not have to be open. It could be a closed account. Just that you didn't have a good loan before, okay? But do not let these people out here tell y'all what y'all need to do without even taking a look at your profile. No. What worked for them may not work for you. All right, so that's credit mix. Now we bring to hard inquiries. Hard inquiries is 10%. That is another 55 points. Now, hard inquiries have the most impact within the first 6 months. So once you get a hard inquiry, that first 6 months, it is doing the most damage, right? After that, it just reports, and after a year, it's just there. Even though it'll be on there for 2 years, after the first year, it's not really doing anything, okay? But hard inquiries, you need to be strategic when you go and apply for stuff. If you know that you want to be in the Chase family with any of their credit card type of products, they have a 5 and 24 rule, meaning you cannot have more than 5 open accounts within 24-month period. So since it's so easy to have 5 open accounts, you need to go after Chase first. Once you fix your credit, or once you have your credit to where you need it to be, you're in the 700s or the 680 type of thing, you want to hit them up first, since they have a 5 and 24 rule. All right. When it comes to hard inquiries, people used to ask all the time, Kara, how do you have so many freaking credit cards? Shouldn't all them hard inquiries done something to you? No, because when you know credit, and you can get a list, if you're in Credit Cleanse Elite, we have a list in the file section that shows you the secret lenders. So it tells you every card that's out there, it'll tell you who do they use to look at your credit. When you know that, you can apply strategically. So any more than 4 hard inquiries will automatically get you denied any and everywhere. This is per bureau though. So 3 bureaus, 4 hard inquiries, that's 12 that you got. But anything more than 4 will get you an automatic denial. It doesn't matter if you're in the 800s. Once they see that you have over 4, they'll deny you. And the reason being is because you look real thirsty. You just out here getting everybody number. That's basically what you're saying to them. You know, y'all done seen them people in the club. Usually it's the men. I know it's some thirsty females out here, but I'm just going to say I'm a female, and what I see is males. They done talk to somebody else, then they'll go and talk to somebody else. And by the end of the night, they went over there and talked to another person at the club, right? You looking real thirsty, okay? If somebody's seen you doing all that, do you think they want to talk to you? Do you think they want to mess with you? Heck no. They moving on. Unless they moving on. So with that being said, you want to make sure that you're not looking thirsty out here. So now if you know Chase pulls from Experian, that's one of those, go from there. You have 3 other cards that you could be applying for, or 3 other products or whatever that you can be getting before you're looking too thirsty, right? And remember I said all of that is weighed really heavy the 6 months. So that's why people apply for things on TransUnion, apply for things for Equifax, apply for things on Experian, wait 6 months, and then start the cycle again. Now y'all are learning the credit game. I know this is a lot to take in, and that's why it's going to be a whole lot more of these, but I don't want to bird feed y'all. I want to give it all to you. Hopefully y'all got your notepad, because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this up or not. But get all this information, y'all. It's time. It's time for us to level up. I say this all the time. Level up. All right. So hard inquiries. So I have gave y'all all 5. Do it sound easy to y'all? Or is it just me? Is this not like, why can't we have great credit? Now, of course, none of this means anything if you still walking around with collections, you still walking around with late payments on there. Guys, clean your profile. I don't care if you want to do it yourself. I don't care if you want to go with somebody else. I don't care if you want to come through Credit Cleanse and let us do the heavy lifting for you. I need y'all to clean that profile. Let the past be the past. It's really easy. That's 5 things that you need to worry about. Don't focus on the score. Focus on paying your bills on time. Focus on keeping that credit card balance down beneath 30%. That is focusing on hard inquiries, making sure you're not looking thirsty in these streets. Credit age, make sure that you are applying strategically so that you can add stuff when it needs to be added on there. Okay, that's your credit age. And credit mix. You want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So a little bit of credit cards, lines of credit, a charge account, and some type of loan reporting. That easy. Tell me why we ain't got no great credit around here. Tell me why. All right, so I saw some questions and I'm going to make sure I go and answer. This is Q&A. Ask any questions that you have. I want to make sure that y'all leave understanding what it takes to build your credit. And I want to give y'all a little extra gem too. I want to talk about these student loans while I got y'all on here. This is going to be my bonus to y'all. So let me answer these questions. Navy Federal Secure Card also has reward points, which will turn into cash back once they upgrade it to the unsecured after a few months. Simone is one of our all-star credit members. This is my credit child right here. Guys, like she came in and did the dang thing, and it shows. Everything we recommended, anything we said, I don't care if we told her to apply for something at midnight. She did it. And she's doing amazing. She has cut up her credit ones and all them ugly cards, and all she got is the good ones. All right, what about Kohl's? I'm glad you said that though when it comes to Kohl's. So I'm not a big fan of store cards. You can get you one just to have one for that credit mix if you want to add that in there. But I'm not a big fan of store cards. And the reason being is that card is limited. When you get a store card, it's limited to that store, maybe another store, but like that's it. When you actually have something that has that Visa logo, MasterCard, Discover logo, American Express type of logo on there, you can use it any and everywhere, even if it's at the store. So like Capital One, like Walmart has a Capital One card, right? But it's not, you cannot only use it at Walmart. You can use it other places. What's some other cards out there? I'm just not fond. I'm going to say that. If you have like a type of card that has the Visa logo, Sam's Club, let me say that one. That's the one that brings to mind. If you have Sam's Club, guess what? If you have the MasterCard from Sam's Club, you can use it not only at Sam's Club or Walmart, but you can use it anywhere. I'm a person, you want a card that you're able to use in more than just that location. That way, because you'll be more apt to use it everywhere, use it often so they don't close out your card. But it's okay to have, but you don't want to fill up your profile, especially when I was talking about the inquiries. If you have 4 inquiries that you know that you can get on Experian, you don't want to go and get 4 store cards. And now you can't get nothing anywhere else for Experian. So, yeah, use the cards you can use everywhere. And the reason I'm saying this also, let me break this down even more. All right, so when it comes to cards, My thing is, when it comes to credit, period, credit is a tool that should be used so that you can do the things that you want to do. It should be used to purchase something that's going to bring you money back in return so that it makes it where you do not have to work as much as you had to before. Guys, I was a full-time travel nurse, right? I used to work 16, 18-hour shifts. I am now at home enjoying my kids, enjoying everything that they have going on, take off when I want to. And it's not just that, but credit, it really was, that's what brought the freedom. So you want to use cards that's going to get you ahead in life. You want to use that credit. It's not just about a 700 or 800. If you're not doing anything with it, you might as well have a 4 or 500. When you up there, you should be having the right type of card like these American Express. Now, if I do some type of purchase on there, I'm making money on the back end. Now I have these type of limits, 20,000, 30,000. So if a property comes available to me and all I need to do is put 10,000 down, guess what? I can go liquidize my credit card, get that cash, right? And go get that property. Guess what? When that property brings me back money, by me either renting it out or doing a flip, I can now pay that credit card all the way off, the 10,000 that I used on there, plus any fees if that did occur. And then guess what? I'm making money on the back end. That's what credit is for. It's allowing you to get ahead in life. We're not using it to go get Gucci and Chanel. You're using it to get something that's going to bring you back money. Then you go and get that Gucci or Chanel. Do that make sense? Because I definitely want to make sure I'm breaking it down to y'all so y'all can. A lot of time people just talk about, oh, I just want good credit so I can get into a home. Oh, I want good credit so I can get this type of car that I want. Oh, I want good credit just so I can have a pretty credit score. Guys, there's way more to it. When you learn the credit game, you're like, oh, I should have been got my stuff together. Now you, guess what? That property that I was just talking about that you could purchase, guess what? Leave that for your kids. That's an asset now. Land purchasing. You know what I'm saying? That's an asset now. So anything were to happen to you, if you're renting, what happens? Where does your kids go? Where do they stay? But if you had purchased land, guess what? That land would be covered, right? And if you have the right type of cards, they have insurance on there. So if something were to happen to you, they can cover whatever purchase that you made. That's the power of credit. So you use it to get ahead in life. And by getting ahead in life, now you can start relaxing, be less stressed, and get out here and start building, branding, and building a legacy. Leave your kids with something of value, not just some debt. If you rent it, if something were to happen to you today, are your kids okay? Are your loved ones okay? That's what we got to start thinking. So yeah, people be talking about this credit stuff, but when they really don't understand, it's way more. Credit is that stepping tool. That is why they don't teach this in school, because they know, hey, you can get it. You're going to fuck it up. Yes, I said fuck it up. You're going to fuck it up and then you got bad credit. Now, guess what? You're in the workforce for this whole period of time, right? Working for the man, missing out on your kids because you got to clock all these hours. Rent is going up. Your card note gonna be about 600 because you got bad credit. Like they understand that. So why would they teach you how to get ahead in life? Why would they teach you how to be on their level? Guess what? If your credit is together and you really used it and leveraged it, not just have a pretty credit, but you actually leveraged it, guess what? You go to a job site, whether you like it or not. When they say something you don't want to hear, guess what? You okay with checking out because you know you got something that's on the back end that's going to cover everything that you got going on. They want to keep you in fear, keep you where you have to, like, you know, you got to do this. This is why I want us to learn credit. I'm tired of seeing us live paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of us missing out on our loved ones, not enjoying life. Guys, you want to be 70 when you retire just to enjoy life when people are dying by the dozens? Some people ain't even making it to retirement age. You need to be living now. I'm not saying quit your job, but get your stuff aligned so you don't have to be at that job site 24/7. Then you can do an 8-hour shift and you okay. Now you can take off instead of cashing in your paid time off, right? Just so you can still go back in and no, let's stop doing all of that. Let's live. And credit is that tool designed to help you get ahead in life. Guys, I'm sorry I had to go on a rampant, but I'm really passionate about this and I want to see y'all out here doing way better than we're doing now. Period. Any other questions? And I'm gonna go down here. I see a little. What is self account? Self account is a subprime loan, basically. So this is the account that's designed where you can open it up. You have like 12-month period or a 6-month period. It's just like a little personal loan. It's like a second chance type of loan. And you pay money into it, and then after the period is over, they'll send you like a check, or they'll put it direct deposit or whatever. But they're supposed to help you build your credit because they report to the bureaus. A lot of people get this thinking that it's going to help them, but they already have like loans already reporting. So they don't see that big jump that a person that never had a good loan have, right? So if you're starting off and you go get a self account, it's going to do wonders. You're going to see 123-point increase. If you've already had loans before, any type of loans, it's not going to give you that big jump. So that's why I tell people you need to have somebody look at your credit profile or learn how to read your credit reports and stuff like that to see if that is something that's for you. Don't just go get something just because somebody else did it, because you don't know how their credit profile was set up compared to yours. Miss Mia, how do you know the age of your credit? So if you actually have like Experian app, if you have the MyFICO app, um, or myfico.com, if you go on there, even Credit Karma, you can go and it'll tell you what is your average credit age. But if you want to know how to get your average credit age, take the credit cards that you have or the accounts that you have, whatever your oldest one is, add that with all the others, the ages of those, and divide how many accounts that you have, and that's your average credit age. I hope that made sense. So all the accounts you have, let's say that your student loans are 12 years old. That's 12 years. Let's say that you had a card note, and it's 3 years old. You want to add 3 years. Let's say you have a credit card that you just opened. So let's say it's 1 years old. Add that. Once you get the total of that, divided by the number of accounts, which in this case is 3, and that'll be your average credit age. Miss Felicia, I'm learning information I didn't know. Yes. The more that we learn and more that we know by doing this. We're 3 years in now, guys, and we have seen well over like 2,000, 3,000 credit reports. Then we're constantly in education classes with, like I said, the head of FICO. We go to this type of stuff to keep, because the laws are constantly changing. So we keep ourselves up and we bring it back to y'all so that y'all can do the same thing. DT repos. King wants to cover that one, and he's gonna make an actual just whole segment with repos, because yeah, it's a lot into it. DT, I'm gonna say this though: repos are easy to get off because they are not reporting accurately. You are not in contract with the people that it shows on your credit report. But like I said, I'm gonna let Keen touch on it. So actually how they're reporting a repo, yeah, probably against the law, depending on how they reporting it. But what you don't know, you don't know. So yeah, we'll do a whole segment about it so that we can fill you in. If a collection is on your credit at one point, does it not matter the most? It doesn't. As it ages, want to get past like 5 years, it still has an effect to it, but it's just not as much damage as it did when it first appeared. The biggest thing, like I tell people, is if it's that reporting, worry about your utilization. If your utilization is sky high, you're not going to be in the 700s or anything like that. You have to bring it down. So in that case, yeah, if it's over 5 years old, still build. Still build. You want to build correctly. You don't want to wait till that fall off and then start building. You could be building before it falls off for any type of collection for anybody that has on there. There's no law out there that says you cannot start building until your credit is perfect. You don't have any collections or late payments or charge-offs. No, you should be doing the two at the same time. Building and getting it cleansed all at the same time. Oh, but yes, this is easy peasy. All right, we should be out here with great credit. Let me see. How do you feel about Fingerhut? They closed my account, are now Funfetti credit. Should I let it close as well or keep it for credit next? Depending on that, how long you've had it. Fingerhut is another one that is like a subprime. If you don't need it, I tell people don't go get it because there's other things out there that are more powerful at helping you build versus that Fingerhut. You can go get a secured card and it'll be way more powerful than a Fingerhut. And Fingerhut is just, you can only use it at Fingerhut. Again, this is my personal preference when I say as far as don't get it if you don't need it. But this is speaking at how the lenders, how the creditors view it as well. They look at it as, okay, why did you have to have Fingerhut? They know 9 times out of 10 people usually get Fingerhut nowadays just because they have bad credit and they're trying to rebuild up. So now instead of that lender or creditor giving you like a $5,000, $10,000 credit limit, they'll start you off at a low limit just to see what you're going to do in the next 6 months before they'll give you a credit limit increase. Yeah, if it's closed though, I wouldn't worry about it. If it's the aged account, then I would say keep it open. So if it's like more than 2 years, 3, 4, and you don't have nothing else that's helping you, then. But other than that, yeah. Does my FICO charge? Yes, yes, yes. FICO is very expensive. That's why you normally, if you're going through anybody for a credit restoration, they're not going to have you get my FICO. They're going to have you start off with like an identity IQ. They're going to have you start off with a smart credit, just something of that nature. Because Vantage was designed by the bureaus. They made it for educational platform and a marketing tool. Okay? That is what Credit Karma was designed for, and it was designed by them. They wanted you to have something to look at so you can just based on, like, look at this and see what's going on your profile. Not the score, the data. Just worry about the data. Guys, if you ain't got no late payments, you ain't got no collections, you got a credit card, you ain't got no charge-offs, your utilization is below 30, you ain't looking out here looking thirsty in these streets, so you don't got that many hard inquiries. Guess what? You should already, that to me is saying that you have a 700, you're in the 700s, the high 600s or the 700s right there. Don't focus on the score. Focus on how your profile looks. The score is going to come when the data is right. My FICO, it is. There's a basic plan for like $29.99, but if you want to have the plan that shows like your actual mortgage scores updates every month, then it is $39.99 a month. I always tell people use my FICO when it comes to like you finna go through the home buying process, because that my FICO shows you your exact mortgage scores. It shows you the same scores that they're going to see when you go to the mortgage company and they pull your credit. You have different scores. There's different FICO scores for everything. You have FICO scores for credit cards, FICO scores for the mortgage process, for car, for loans. Yeah. My FICO shows it all. What is the best way to work out a settlement agreement? So when it comes to that, I'm not going to get in too much of a detail because we did a whole live about that. You definitely want to make sure you are on our YouTube channel so that you can see. We did a whole pay for delete segment to show you all the different ways that you can go when it comes to medical collection, when it comes to regular collections, even like, yes, charge-offs. So I'm definitely going to say go to check out our YouTube channel, and it's going to say on there, pay for delete. Guys, that's where a lot of our videos are. But we did a whole segment. But the best way to work out, it just depends on the actual lender. It also depends on what like the collection company that has it, as well as their expectations. We even gave out like a pay for delete letter to everybody that attended that live, so they can know what companies actually accept pay for delete. Because not every collection company or agency do. You have to know that there's no law that says that they have to give you a settlement to take it off your credit report. Before you do a settlement, you do need to make sure that they are going to delete it off your credit report. A lot of times people are paying off a collection and then they're wondering why it's still reporting on their credit. If that company never stated to you and gave you something in writing with the company's letterhead on there to say that once this is paid, they will be taking it off of your credit bureaus, they do not have to. So then it's still on your credit for 7 years unless you get that credit cleansed and we see that they are reporting inaccurately and we can get it deleted off that way. So before you do a settlement, first you need to make sure that you get it in writing from them, that once you pay whatever amount that you're agreeing to pay, that they're going to delete it off your credit report and they're going to consider it paid in full. So you have to make sure you find out all of that before you send them $1. If they close the store card because of non-use, does it hurt your credit? Yes. Any credit card that they close is going to hurt your credit. When you close out a credit card, guys, this is actually closing. Either it's making it where your credit age is going to change. Your utilization may go up because let's say they closed out, that was your biggest credit limit. Let's say that was $20,000 and the other one credit card that you have is only 1,000 and you maxed out that card. Well, now you take that 20,000 off. Now you're looking like you maxed out your whole entire credit limit. So your score is going to tank. Or what if that's your only credit card? They closed it out. Now you don't have anything helping you in the utilization. So you're going to lose all 165 points. And Simone put the exact price after tax, $43.25 for my FICO. A month. Yes, yes. But you can use it. Get on there. If you know that you will be applying for the home buying process, get on there, find out your scores, or you just want to know what your actual FICO scores are, and then switch it over to the free plan until you need it again. But yeah, it's very detailed. All right. If no more question, guys, if this information was good, fire, make sure you tell a friend. Like, y'all need to be really checking Credit Cleanse out. They giving you the sauce for the free 99. Or like, if y'all really love this, let them hearts fly. Send us some stars our way. We use that to give back even more to y'all. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Definitely share this with everyone. I might keep it up to midnight if anybody wants to go over it again, anything that you missed out. But I definitely want y'all out here winning. If nothing else, cleanse that credit. Get on it, guys. Do not miss any more opportunities. Now is the time. Stuff is going up. Gas prices didn't mean anything to me. But gas prices affected a lot of y'all. That making and breaking. I don't want it to make or break y'all. I don't even look at gas prices because when you have the right credit cards, using it for gas, I get points. So now it really equals out to how much gas was beforehand because I can take them points, I can take that cash, pay off my statement with it, and it might leave what it would have been when the gas was still $2, $3, stuff like that. So I'm seeing the same thing because I'm using the right type of credit cards, and I want y'all to be on that same level. And here, like I said, our credit child, she gets 3 times the points on gas. So it's not hurting too bad. Yes, I want y'all to have the right type of credit cards so y'all can get out here and start winning in these credit streets. Like I said, if you want to shoot us some stars our way, please definitely do. If you know that, hey, this was good information, y'all want that free masterclass that we have, I am going to give you the link so that you can get the free masterclass. Like I said, it is free. All you do is click on that tree builder and go to free masterclass on there. And that will tell you everything that we covered tonight. I will keep this up for a little bit. I don't know how long, but it's up there for anybody that needs this information. Love you guys. If no more questions, I am going to let y'all go and enjoy the rest of y'all night. Thank you. Again, I am your girl, Kyra, with Credit Cleanse. I am one half. My other half is not here right now. He is in class. Hopefully going to be coming with some information, with some more things for y'all. But yes. Later, Simone. Later, Lisa. Later, Felicia. Later, Shonda. Later. Thank y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in. Sensational Hair Designs. Everybody. Later, later, later.